Hi, today we'll be demoing our retirement calculator designed for the Batman. So our retirement calculator has some simple inputs on the left here. So let's say we're simulating Batman. So Batman is 24 years old. He will retire around the age of 65 and probably die around 80 years old. So Batman is like to deposit $10,000 a year with a growth rate of, let's say, 3%, which can be adjusted with this slider. He would like to withdraw, let's say, about $100,000 a year. And let's say this decreases about 4% per year. So Batman has a range of investment strategies to choose from, but he's an aggressive guy. So let's say he chooses aggressive at first. Okay. Now we just click this button to simulate. So while this is simulating, the way it's working is it's actually simulating about 100 random portfolios that are based off historical returns. And after it is done, it will automatically conduct analysis. As you can see, has also simulated the inflation rate based on historical inflation rates. So as you can see here, Batman has expected account value range at retirement. His median, he did really well in saving. He had a good investment strategy as well. So as you can see here, he will likely have about $3.2 million saved at retirement and about $8.3 million saved at death. And you can see his portfolio value over time here. Our auto advisor tells us that he will definitely have enough money to last until death, so he can comfortably increase withdrawals or decrease deposits if desired. And this probability is reflected here. And the last age with 95% chance of positive savings is shown here at 123 years old. So let's say Batman sees this, he gets a little excited. Let's say he chooses to withdraw a little bit more money with a lower growth rate and maybe deposit a little bit less per year. So you can have a little bit more spending money today. And let's say he tries a balanced strategy this time just to see how that works. So as you can see this time, the results are a little bit more mixed. So retirement, he'll have about $880,000 saved up, and this is a pretty big difference from before just because of the power of compounding, and those lower deposits really did make an impact here, as well as the investment strategy. And here at death, you can see he's actually projected to not have enough money saved, and our auto advisor says that you'll probably not have enough savings to last till death, and therefore we recommend an increase in deposits or a decrease in withdrawals. And as you can see, there's only 47% chance of him having enough money at death. And the last age at which you can be certain that he'll have money is 69 years old, which is only 4 years after he retires. As you can see here in the graph, our upside scenario does feature a positive return, so perhaps somebody who's very risky might actually accept this outcome. Although the median and the downside, as you can see, will not have enough money saved for his expected age of death. So the strategies here include aggressive, which is about an 80% investment in the market with a 20% investment in bonds. Safe, which is about 70% in bonds, 30% in the market. Balanced, which is 60% market, 40% bonds. Target fund, which if selected will automatically readjust the allocation percentage every year based off the 120 minus T rule. As you can see here, these are the weights over time. Next, we have the Crypto Boost, which will allocate 5% into Bitcoin, which is represented by the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, with 60% in the market and 35% in bonds. So this is only a small allocation in crypto. And here we have Patel's 401k, which is 100% into crypto. And the results of this are pretty shocking. If you'd like to see that, you can simulate that right now. So fundamentally, the way that this works is based on historical returns. 12 random months will be selected, but sequentially, because there's correlations. And as you can see here, it's a little outrageous if you go 100% into crypto, but still not 100% probability of positive savings at death, probably due to the volatility of crypto. But anyway, if you look here, the way this works is every time the document is refreshed, 12 sequential months are taken, which represents a year of returns. And these returns are then compounded, and we get a final year-end return. So then those returns are simulated for 1,000 years. They're indexed. And then every time it is refreshed, a random year is selected, which simulates 100 years of returns for stocks, bonds, and Bitcoin. Then this is our age input column here. And here are the weights between all the different investments. So here this synthesizes the weights and the returns into a portfolio return. So if we were to choose balanced, for example, or let's say Crypto Boost, here you can see it combines the various returns. Here's our kind of core calculations where the deposits, withdrawals, values, and final inflation adjusted values are displayed right here. And here's our kind of input area where the inputs work. So the kind of interesting part of how the simulation was done is this real value column here. When this macro is run, Extreme Sim, it will copy it over 100 times and freeze those values. And essentially, once that is done, this is not really showing right now because we did a Crypto Boost thing, but essentially it'll take the 50th percentile, 25th percentile, 75th percentile, and it'll do an XLOOKUP type thing here, and it'll find the returns or the final portfolio values for each of those columns, which are the inputs for this graph right here, which doesn't look very great right now because of the Crypto Boost, but based on that, we'll take probabilities of having money in retirement, death, which actually isn't 100% for crypto, for Patel's 401k. And here we have our little suggestion engine, which will generate suggestions that you can see right here based off these percentages here. So yeah, that was our retirement calculator. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.